Electoral Commission, the IEC, the residential addresses of approximately 2.8 million South Africans on the voters' roll are still outstanding ahead of the 2019 general elections. The IEC says that despite the 2016 Constitutional Court ruling that voters' addresses need to be collected, the Commission is still having difficulty verifying many addresses on the voters' roll. Despite this, the Commission says it is ready to open its 200,000 voting stations across the country this weekend so that voters can update their address details and first-time voters can go register as well. Joining us this morning, we've got Sy Mamabolo, who's the Chief Executive Officer of the IEC. Good to see you, Sy. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Leon. Thank you very much.
200,000 voting stations. We're ready across the country. You've got to go there and update and register if you haven't. 22,000
voting station will open tomorrow, commencing at 8, and will so remain until 5 p.m. to do three critical things. Firstly, to allow South Africans whose address details we don't have on the roll to furnish us with those. Secondly, South Africans who are young, 16 years and older, who have received IDs, they can now come and register to enlist on the roll. And thirdly, for those that have moved houses since the last elections in 2016, it is also an opportunity for them to come to update their records and be registered in the new voting district.
Remind us what else the Constitutional Court has said besides the verification of the addresses. What do you have to do ahead of the 2019 elections?
The court ordered that we collect all available addresses. Hence, this is a unique opportunity that we are creating for all South Africans to come, firstly, confirm the correctness of their addresses, but secondly, if we don't have one for you on record, then to finish same.
Yeah. So what is the problem? Is it that people sort of, why haven't those addresses been there in the first place? Is it because of some of the locations that people stay in, that's difficult to get an address, or what has been the issue?
Well, it's a vexed problem, and there are a multiplicity of factors. Firstly, the requirement to have addresses came in 2003, whereas the voters' roll was first established in 1998. So there is that lag. But there are also realities of the fact that we have uneven development in South Africa. There are places where we are first world, and there are places as well where we're still struggling, certainly in informal settlements as well as in rural areas. And even in certain townships, they may be formalized in a sense that there's proper infrastructure and so on, but they may not have proper street addresses. So it is that conflation of factors put together which has resulted in this situation.
What can you go and register or update your details at a voting station that you aren't necessarily going to vote at?
No, in law, you have to register in the voting district in which you are ordinarily resident.
Now that could be a problem because a lot of people perhaps work away from home and maybe they're voting at home, but they are now currently working. What happens in a situation like that?
Well, if you are already registered, there is an opportunity to go online. There's a tool on our website, My IEC, where you can change your address online and place yourself in your correct voting district.
Okay, so you can do this online, but that's obviously not for first time registering yourself to vote. Then you have to go there in person. But if you're changing your details and your address, you can do this online?
That is correct. The reason why you need to go to a station if you are a first time voter, it's we need to verify you in person. And again, that's a legal requirement. But if you are already registered, you can create a user profile online and capture your new address, and that will place you in a correct voting district.
Fantastic. So anybody going for voter registration must take their ID book with them?
The smart cards, in the absence of both, the Home Affairs will be open for both Saturday and Sunday. They'll issue temporary identification certificates.
Excellent. Thank you, Sy. Thanks very much for talking to us. Also, this wonderful SMS line. I just did it before the interview, and within 2 seconds, I got an SMS back telling me that I am registered and where I'm registered, and all my details seem to be correct. So do it yourself. That SMS number, 32810. All you do is send your ID number, and you should get a message back within a couple of seconds confirming. That's 32810. Sy, thanks very much. Good to have you here, and good luck for this upcoming weekend. All right, let's take a break. We'll have news after this. Stay tuned.